Have you ever woken up with stiff legs or aching knees and wondered, why do my legs feel this way? Maybe the pain comes and goes, or maybe it's become a part of daily life, something you've just learned to live with. But what if I told you that much of this pain may not be caused by age or wear and tear, but by something more silent and possibly more dangerous? It's called chronic inflammation, and it could be quietly damaging your muscles, joints, and blood vessels every single day. Even worse, it often starts in the legs. The truth is, inflammation is a hidden force behind many common problems after 60, like leg swelling, stiffness, nerve pain, and muscle loss. But there's good news. Your body has a natural way to fight back, and it starts with what you eat. In today's video, we'll explore a powerful but simple solution, the anti-inflammatory diet. This isn't a trend or complicated plan. It's about real food with real healing power. Foods like salmon, turmeric, leafy greens, and berries. These ingredients are not only delicious, they can calm inflammation, restore comfort in your legs, and give you the strength to keep moving. So if you're tired of feeling stiff, swollen, or slow, and you're ready to take control of your health naturally, stay with us until the end. You may discover that your next meal could be the turning point. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1. How inflammation destroys leg strength. After 60 at age 70, Linda began to notice that her morning walks were becoming shorter and more painful. Her legs felt heavy, her knees stiff, and her calves would ache after just 10 minutes of walking. She thought it was just aging catching up with her, but deep down, something didn't feel right. When she finally mentioned it to her doctor, she was surprised to hear a term she had never considered before: chronic inflammation. Your legs aren't just tired, her doctor said gently. They may be inflamed from the inside out. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection. It's part of the healing process. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it turns into a slow, silent threat that can damage healthy tissues, especially in older adults. After 60, the immune system becomes more sensitive, and low-grade inflammation can linger in the body for years without showing major signs, until you start feeling pain, stiffness, or weakness in your legs. Chronic inflammation narrows blood vessels, wears down joint cartilage, and breaks down muscle tissue. That's why your legs may feel sore for no reason, or why recovery from a short walk now takes longer than it used to. What causes this inflammation? Surprisingly, much of it comes from the foods we eat. Processed meats, sugary snacks, refined carbs, and deep-fried foods all trigger inflammatory responses in the body. These foods may seem harmless, especially if they're part of your daily routine, but over time, they create a toxic environment that weakens your legs from the inside. And because inflammation doesn't always cause sharp pain, many seniors don't realize it's happening until mobility starts to decline. Linda, like many others, used to start her day with white toast and sausage. But once she learned about the link between diet and inflammation, she slowly shifted to an anti-inflammatory breakfast. Oatmeal topped with blueberries and a few walnuts. After just a month, she noticed a difference, not just in pain, but in her energy and confidence. I didn't think food could change how my legs felt, she said, but now I believe it's one of the most powerful medicines we have. So if your legs are starting to feel weaker, tighter, or just not the same, don't assume it's just old age. Ask yourself, could inflammation be slowly taking away your strength without you realizing it? You might not feel the inflammation directly, but your legs will tell the story through pain, fatigue, or instability. The good news is, you can start fighting back today simply by changing what's on your plate. In the next section, we'll dive into one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods you can add to your weekly meals: fatty fish rich in omega-3s. It might just be the secret to calming sore joints and restoring leg strength. Number 2, fatty fish, omega-3s, that calm swollen joints. When Richard turned 72, he noticed his knees would swell after just a short walk, and he'd often feel a deep, aching soreness in his legs that lingered for hours. His doctor told him it was likely mild arthritis. Like many seniors, Richard didn't want to rely on pain pills, so he searched for a natural solution. That's when he learned about the anti-inflammatory power of fatty fish. Within weeks of adding salmon and sardines to his weekly meals, Richard noticed a remarkable change. His knees were less puffy, and he could walk farther without pain. "I didn't expect fish to help my joints," he said, "but it felt like putting out a fire I didn't even know was there." Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout are some of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These are essential fats that the body cannot produce on its own, yet they play a major role in fighting inflammation. Omega-3s work by blocking the production of inflammatory chemicals, such as cytokines and prostaglandins, which are responsible for joint swelling, stiffness, and pain. For older adults whose bodies tend to produce more of these inflammatory compounds with age, omega-3s are like natural fire extinguishers, calming the immune system and protecting the soft tissues of the joints. Several studies have shown that seniors who consume omega-3-rich foods experience reduced symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis and general joint inflammation. But the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s also improve blood flow, which is critical for delivering oxygen and nutrients to leg muscles. Better circulation means stronger, more energized legs that recover faster and feel more stable. Adding fatty fish to your diet is easier than you might think. Start by including grilled or baked salmon 2 to 3 times a week. Canned sardines or mackerel are convenient and budget-friendly options. Try mixing them into salads, spreading them on whole grain toast, or making a light fish stew. If you're not a fan of fish, consider high-quality omega-3 supplements, but always consult your doctor first. Richard now makes it a habit to enjoy a salmon dinner every Sunday and a tuna salad for lunch midweek. He says his legs feel more alive now than they did a year ago. His story reminds us that sometimes the answer isn't in the medicine cabinet, it's in the kitchen. If you've been feeling discomfort in your knees, hips, or calves, especially after light activity, take a moment to reflect. Are you giving your body the natural tools it needs to reduce inflammation? Could something as simple as adding fish be the relief your legs are craving? Next, we'll explore a different kind of inflammation fighter that's been used for centuries. Not a food, but a spice. In the next section, we'll uncover the powerful healing potential of turmeric and how this golden root can help soothe your joints and muscles from the inside out. Number 3, turmeric, the golden root that protects your knees. Eleanor, a 68-year-old retired teacher, had grown tired of the constant ache in her knees. Climbing stairs became more difficult by the week, and even standing in the kitchen to prepare meals was painful. She didn't want to rely on daily pain relievers, which upset her stomach and made her groggy. While reading a health magazine, she came across a story about turmeric, a bright yellow spice used for centuries in traditional medicine. Intrigued, she started adding a teaspoon of turmeric to her morning tea with a pinch of black pepper. Within just a few weeks, she noticed her knees felt less stiff, and she could walk longer without needing to rest. "It didn't feel like a miracle," she said, "just a gentle, steady improvement that kept growing." Turmeric contains an active compound called curcumin, which has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Curcumin works by blocking molecules in the body that trigger inflammation, such as NF-κB, which is often overactive in older adults. By calming this inflammatory response, turmeric helps reduce pain, swelling, and stiffness, especially in the knees, hips, and other joints that carry the weight of the body. For people over 60, curcumin can act as a natural defense against the wear and tear that often limits mobility. But here's the key. Curcumin is poorly absorbed by the body on its own. That's why pairing it with black pepper, which contains a compound called piperine, can enhance absorption by up to 2,000%. This small addition makes all the difference when it comes to getting the full benefit from turmeric. You can enjoy it in many ways. Turmeric tea, also called golden milk, sprinkled into soups or stews, blended into smoothies, or even added to scrambled eggs. Eleanor eventually made turmeric a regular part of her daily routine. She drinks golden milk at night with warm almond milk, turmeric, black pepper, and a touch of honey. It's become my evening ritual, she shared. It helps me sleep, and I wake up with knees that actually want to move. If you're someone who struggles with joint pain, especially in the morning or after sitting for long periods, turmeric might be a gentle, natural way to ease that discomfort. It's not a quick fix, but over time it can help restore a sense of freedom and movement in your legs. Are you giving your body what it needs to reduce inflammation, or are you relying on temporary relief? What if the healing you need is already in your spice rack? In the next section, we'll move from spice to greens, exploring how simple vegetables like spinach and kale can protect your muscles, bones, and joints while reducing inflammation in your legs. Number 4. Leafy greens, your daily shield against leg weakness. Thomas, a 75-year-old retired mechanic, never thought much about vegetables. He liked meat, potatoes, and white bread. He grew up on hearty, filling meals. But over time, he noticed his legs felt weaker and more unsteady. He couldn't stand as long in his garage, and his knees made a cracking noise every time he bent down. One day, his doctor gently asked, "How many greens are you eating every week?" Thomas chuckled and said, "Does lettuce on a burger count?" That was the start of a quiet but powerful transformation. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, and arugula are some of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods you can add to your diet. They're packed with vitamins A, C, K, magnesium, calcium, and antioxidants, all of which help protect joints, support bone density, and reduce inflammation in the muscles and tissues of the legs. For older adults who often experience age-related loss of muscle strength and thinning bones, leafy greens offer a daily dose of protection and renewal. One of the keys to their power lies in their ability to reduce oxidative stress, a condition that happens when harmful molecules called free radicals damage cells. Leafy greens contain compounds like lutein and beta-carotene, which neutralize those free radicals and reduce the inflammation they cause. At the same time, the vitamin K in these vegetables supports strong bones and helps prevent calcium from building up in the wrong places, like in joints or blood vessels. The result? Better flexibility, stronger muscles, and improved circulation to the legs. Thomas didn't change his entire diet overnight. He started by adding a handful of baby spinach to his scrambled eggs, throwing kale into his soup, and blending chard into a fruit smoothie with banana and almond milk. Within a month, he noticed less knee stiffness and more confidence when walking. "I don't feel like my legs are giving up on me anymore," he said. "They actually feel like they're waking up again." You don't have to become a salad lover to benefit. Even one serving of leafy greens a day, whether raw, sautéed, blended, or added to soup, can begin to reduce inflammation and restore leg strength. Start with what's easy and familiar, then grow from there. If your legs have been feeling unsteady, weak, or sore, ask yourself, are you feeding them the nutrients they need, or just filling up without fueling anything? Every bite of greens is like giving your legs a natural dose of medicine. In the next section, we'll move from greens to something sweet and colorful, berries. These tiny fruits are inflammation fighters in disguise, and they might be exactly what your legs have been waiting for. Number 5, berries, small fruits with big anti-inflammatory power. Patricia, a 70-year-old grandmother from Oregon, always had a sweet tooth. Her afternoon habit was a cookie or slice of cake with tea. But over the years, she noticed her legs becoming more swollen and heavy by evening, and she often had to elevate them just to feel some relief. Her doctor mentioned inflammation, but she didn't think much about it, until her daughter, a nurse, suggested she try something simple. Replace her sugary snacks with a bowl of fresh berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever was in season. Patricia was skeptical at first, but within 3 weeks, she felt the difference. Her swelling reduced, she had more energy in her legs, and she no longer needed to rest so early in the day. "I never thought something so small could make me feel so light again," she said. Berries may be tiny, but they're among the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. Their vibrant colors come from compounds called antioxidants, which are natural antioxidants that help reduce inflammation throughout the body. For seniors dealing with aching joints, swollen ankles, or tired calves, these compounds can bring noticeable relief. Anthocyanins work by blocking certain enzymes that trigger inflammation and by protecting cells from oxidative stress, both major contributors to chronic pain and leg fatigue. What makes berries even more powerful is their ability to improve circulation. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your leg muscles, helping them recover faster and function better. This is especially important as we age, when blood flow to extremities often decreases. Plus, berries are low in sugar and high in fiber, which means they don't cause the same kind of blood sugar spikes that cookies, pastries, or processed snacks do. Stable blood sugar means steadier energy and less inflammation overall. Patricia now keeps a small container of mixed berries in her fridge at all times. She adds them to her oatmeal in the morning, eats a handful after lunch, and sometimes freezes them for a cool treat in the afternoon. They satisfy my sweet cravings without making me feel sluggish, she said, and my legs thank me every day. If you often reach for sweet snacks during the day and your legs feel puffy, sore, or tired afterward, take a moment to ask yourself, could you swap that cookie for something that heals instead of harms? A small change like choosing berries could help reduce inflammation, boost energy, and protect your legs in the long run. Now that you've discovered the healing power of anti-inflammatory foods, from fatty fish and turmeric to greens and berries, it's time to bring it all together. Number 6, hydration, the forgotten key to fighting leg inflammation. Walter, a 78-year-old veteran, always believed he ate fairly well. He included some greens, avoided greasy foods, and even started adding berries to his breakfast. But despite his efforts, his legs still felt heavy and stiff by afternoon. He had tried stretches, ice packs, and even supplements, but nothing seemed to work. One day his physical therapist asked him a simple question: "How much water are you drinking each day?" Walter hesitated, then admitted, "Maybe a cup or two with meals." That was the turning point. Once he made hydration a daily priority, everything started to shift. His joints felt smoother, his legs less swollen, and he had more energy to move. "I didn't know I was drying out my own legs," he later said, half laughing, half amazed. Many people forget that water is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories. Our muscles, joints, and connective tissues are made largely of water. When we're dehydrated, even slightly, the body becomes more prone to inflammation. Joints can feel stiffer, muscles cramp more easily, and circulation slows down, which worsens the very pain and swelling we're trying to avoid. For older adults, dehydration is especially common because the sense of thirst becomes less reliable with age, and many medications further deplete fluid levels. Proper hydration helps flush out toxins and inflammatory byproducts from the body. It keeps the lymphatic system, the body's waste removal network, working efficiently. It also helps maintain synovial fluid, the slippery substance that cushions your joints. Without enough fluid, your joints feel like rusty hinges, grinding with every step. Walter began a simple routine: 1 glass of water first thing in the morning, 1 with each meal, and 1 mid-afternoon. He also added herbal teas and ate water-rich foods like cucumbers and oranges. He didn't do anything drastic, just stayed consistently hydrated. Within a few weeks, he could bend, stretch, and move with greater ease. "I thought I needed more pills," he said. "Turns out I just needed more water." If you're doing everything right, eating clean, moving your body, getting rest, but still feel sore or stiff, take a moment to ask, are you hydrated? Could the missing piece be as simple as a glass of water? Now that we've uncovered how hydration fits into the anti-inflammatory lifestyle, let's bring all the pieces together. In the next and final section, we'll look at how you can build a simple, powerful anti-inflammatory plate that protects your legs and supports your strength, one meal at a time. By now, you've seen how inflammation doesn't just cause pain. It slowly chips away at your strength, your comfort, and your independence. But what's equally powerful is this: the food you eat each day can either feed the fire or put it out. A simple shift toward an anti-inflammatory diet, adding fatty fish, turmeric, leafy greens, berries, and drinking enough water can make a real difference in how your legs feel, move, and recover. These aren't exotic solutions or expensive trends. They're everyday foods with the power to restore energy, reduce swelling, protect your joints, and help you walk with more ease. Your legs carry you through life. They help you stay active, connected, and independent. But they can't do it alone. They need your support. Every bite you take is a message to your body, to heal or to hurt, to build or to break down. The good news is, it's never too late to change that message. Even one new habit, like adding a serving of spinach, drinking an extra glass of water, or enjoying a bowl of berries, can be the beginning of something better. So if you've been feeling stiffness, soreness, or fatigue in your legs, don't wait for it to get worse. Start small, pick one change, build on it, and give your body the chance to feel stronger again, naturally from the inside out. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you understand your health in a new way, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more uplifting, practical tips on staying strong, mobile, and well as you age. Your legs are worth protecting, and so are you.